hood, falling out the hood, falling getting money like a real one should. I'ma take a sip, get a little lit back in a bit, meditate, I think I should. No, we ain't friends, got me on 10.
Oh my god. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Jets Hockey. If that was the most Jets game you could ask for a season opener. Oh, what a game in Calgary, ladies and gentlemen. The Winnipeg Jets lose game 1 out of 82 for the 2023-2024 season by a score of 5-3 in Calgary in a wild game that honestly it just was a Jets game. They just, no matter how good they played at moments, no matter how good the top line looked, no matter how good the new acquisitions seemed to fit, no matter how good Connor Hellebuck seemed to be, they couldn't keep it up. They just couldn't keep the lead. And we've seen that 1,000 times before, and it's just funny because tonight was entertaining as all hell. It was a great hockey game for the most part, but end of the day, we still lose 5-3. But you gotta love what you saw tonight, and welcome back to Jets Hockey. It's a fun game. Like, the first period was great. Like, it was a good first period back. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I know it was 2-1 leaving that first period, but that first period of hockey was really fun. Velarde looks great. Iafallo looks great. The forward core, holy crap. Like, tonight there was a lot of rust. We have to remember, this team has played one game together in preseason, kind of fully assembled like this, and even then, they were missing guys like Schmidt. The Heinola injury happened that game as well. Ehlers still wasn't playing. You got a lot of guys that are going to be still shaking off rust, so I kind of was weary going into this game. I didn't know really what to expect. I thought, there would be probably some rust. I didn't think the Jets had the best preseason when it came to getting some of their guys up to speed, and some of the, regulars from last year looked a little iffy at times, and that's exactly what I saw tonight. And the first period, the forward core was the number one conversation point for both teams. It was great. Like, the Jets were dominating. Even though the Flames, had a 2-1 lead at the end of that period, the Jets forward core was fantastic tonight. 38 shots on goal. They were very good. Like, Jacob Markstrom tonight, we will get to him, but if it wasn't for Jacob Markstrom being in net tonight, I still don't think the Flames would have won this game. Even though the Flames were pretty good at times, I think the Jets were just that good when it came to putting pressure on. Like, Nino Niederreiter could have had 3 goals alone in the first period, and a lot of other people are on there as well. And that's just kind of the whole theme of tonight. It's just no matter how good the Jets seem to be out there with possession, with driving the play, with everything that they were doing, at the end of the day, it didn't make a difference because they weren't able to capitalize and score off of it. So I was really happy with the forward core tonight. Again, it's game 1. The sky isn't falling. What I'm looking for is, what does this team look like with these new pieces, and, how is the chemistry and everything like that. And I thought the forward core tonight looked really good. Like, I think Ehlers, there was some time where there was a little, rusty, I would say. It's the best way to describe what you could see at Ehlers from that times tonight. And Nate Schmidt was just god-awful, but we'll get to the defense in a little bit. But I think that Ehlers, once he gets up to speed, can really change the dynamic of that top 6, especially with the way things are structured now, with Adam Lowry having legit scorers in Iafallo on his wing. Like, it's been a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to just come out and say it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time in a very, very long time the Jets have decided to ice 4 lines of competent goal-scoring forwards. Yes, I said it. I really think that we could see this forward core explode this season. I really think so. I know they lost tonight, but tonight they were so good. There was so much poise and so much promise just from the first period and the second. Honestly, this entire game. Honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, even though they lost, even though there were times that the forward, there was rust definitely there, and communication needs to be better. The forward core tonight was really good. Like, for game 1, I was very, very happy with it, and I'm very excited to see how it progresses, throughout these first, I'd say, 10 to 12 games for this regular season. The defense, though, let's focus on the bad, because the defense, it was terrible tonight. There's no other way to put it. Josh Morrissey, one of the worst games I've seen from him in recent memory. Again, I know it's the first game, the sky isn't falling, but it just sucks because, usually when the sky's falling in defense land for the Jets, Josh Morrissey's an anchor back there first, especially last year, and he wasn't that tonight. He was very shaky in that first period, but the entire team was really, when it came to that kind of, hockey IQ, a lot of dumb penalties tonight. And also just the way Morrissey handled himself out there just was rust. He just didn't look like himself, and that kind of translated through the rest, and kind of leaked into the rest of the defense, I would say. And that was definitely prevalent, and that's definitely a big reason why we lost tonight, because Nate Schmidt didn't play at all in the preseason, and my God, was he terrible. I much rather would have seen Declan Chisholm, or God forbid even, do I want to say it? Do I want to say Stanley out there, like, I'm being serious though. Like, I really think that what he brought in 16 minutes of ice time was nothing. He was a -2. He was terrible out there. 1 hit, 2 shots. Just he was a negative presence out there almost the entire game, and I couldn't help but, especially on the Lindholm goal. Excuse me, I think it was the Anderson goal, actually. It might have been, or maybe it was the Lindholm goal. Either way, the plays that he made, just getting pushed out on the boards, just coughing up the puck, just not being reliable, turnovers, like, Mark Scheifele tonight was a better defenseman than Nate Schmidt, so that says a lot about how bad Nate Schmidt was tonight and the entirety of the defense, I would say. Obviously, I thought Sandberg was okay out there at times, but Neil Pionk, shaky as all hell out there. Dylan DeMello was, constant, but again, the whole team was kind of just off on the whole defensive core was just kind of off tonight, it felt like. And that was something I was worried about going into the season. That's why I was so excited for Ville Heinola, and I am worried. We're going to talk about it a lot, depending on how this team does for the first, 20 games or so, but if the team shows up on the offensive side of things, and they're there, and they're ready to compete, and the defense is lacking, management needs to address that. So I want to put that in this video right now, because I think that will be something we might have to start looking at. If this team is going to be successful, I don't think it'll be successful necessarily with this defensive core. Again, the sky isn't falling, but just something we're going to have to look at, because we knew Nate Schmidt was going to be a problem. We knew that Neil Pionk's defense wasn't there, and Brendan Dillon at times, can be very, very streaky with his play, and we kind of, saw that tonight, and we'll have to see how that progresses, but we also saw that in the preseason, so nothing really changing in the first game. We'll see how the first few go, obviously, but still a lot to look at. Connor Hellebuyck, I thought, was really good tonight. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't really blame any of the goals on him. I thought he was strong in net tonight. I think Jacob Markstrom was just the better goalie, and that's in a head-to-head matchup with Hellebuyck and Markstrom. They were both fantastic, but Markstrom was just that much better. He made so many clutch saves on the power play alone. I can't even, he was insane tonight, Markstrom, and he's the big reason why the Flames won. And on the Jets side of things, I love the forward core. I thought Mark Scheifele was solid tonight. I liked the goals. It was all really good. Like, the goals were good. Like, everything, like, it just sucks. Like, I don't know. I don't know really how to explain it. So, like, on the tip of my tongue, like, this game tonight doesn't necessarily feel like a loss. Like, it was almost like, hey, yeah, it sucks that it went this way, but you can kind of tell just with the way things were going that maybe momentum wasn't on the Jets' side. You still saw some good individual performances. You saw some good group performances in the entirety of the forward core and those 4 lines. A lot needs to be improved upon, but, like I said, a team shaking off rust with guys coming back from injury, a lot of storylines to follow after this game, and I'm excited to see where it takes us. I've got no expectations this year. I really don't. I did no expectations going into the season before the contracts were signed, and I have no expectations after. I think the team has expectations on them now with those contracts, but I still don't know what to expect yet. So I'm just here to take in this team and share my opinions with you guys. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I always love to read you guys' comments and see how you feel about this team. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, and just love seeing that stuff down there in the comment section below. So make sure to go do that. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and check out all the other affiliated links down in the description below. Have a great rest of your night. Peace, love, and positivity as always. Go Jets, go! I will see you guys next one very, very soon. Take care, and welcome back to Winnipeg Jets hockey.
It'll all be over.